car's good. I just had to pull all the intercooler piping off. I was trying to fix the power steering pump issue, but it turned out. Check this out. So the back of the power steering pump has 4 bolts on the housing. There's 2 here and then there's 2 there, right? That keep the housing all like money. I didn't have these 2 bolts on the original or the other power steering pump that I swapped in there. I don't know why. So now, or so when Andrew was turning the wheel, he was telling me that it was like pissing out of the copper fitting, like where the thing sandwiches together. And then you guys saw in the last video how it was like kind of shooting out. So I don't know if they backed out or I just fucking took them out, but they definitely weren't in there and it wasn't sealed. So I threw those in there. That sealed it up. I got the intercooler piping all back together, and then it doesn't look like the coolant's leaking anymore. So again, I'm gonna have to drive it and test it and see what's going on. At first, when I started the pump up or the car up, and the pump was like making like a really kind of like shitty noise, I guess I had to let like the fluid cavitate or whatever. I don't fucking know. Now I let it run for a little while to get warm, and now it's running fine. So looks to be good. Looks to have no more leaks. However, when I was doing that, I was trying to put the belt back on, and then the fucking belt tensioner, where the pulley is at, this shit stripped off. So it's like $200 for that bullshit belt tensioner. I wasn't trying to buy it at the store. So I hit up my buddy Andrew with the Cressetta, and then he has a friend that got me a tensioner. I think he actually just called me for like $40 off his old 2J. So I got to throw him some money, which saves me $160. So I was driving over there with the truck, which brings me to the next thing. On the way out from his house, I was getting on the freeway, and the truck was shifting, and then just like hit neutral in the middle of the shift. And like, if you know Dodge and you know anything about these trucks, all the way from '99 to 2018, the transmissions are garbage. So I don't know. I pulled the code at his house. It says P0734. What I'm looking at right now on the forums and on the Facebook groups is it looks like I probably blew either the actuator plate, so I have to drop the pan and see if that blew off. If that blew off, then it might be valve body. If it's not valve body, then the overdrive discs are burned up, but I don't have a code for that yet. So regardless, it's going to be like a new trans. So now I got to deal with this shit. Which is fucking weird. This thing, I get this smogged and running like within a month, or running literally within a day, breaks apart, goes and gets a new part to get it running, and then this fucking thing breaks. So it's like, why? I should probably have like one stock car, but I don't. I don't know. Don't have 3 project cars or 3 modified vehicles. Learn from me and this entire YouTube channel. Have something that is fucking stock. Stop modifying everything. I literally don't know what's wrong with me, but it needs to stop. Yeah, but until then, come and get some fucking haircuts, because I need some money now. Alright? He's literally just shivering. He's just sitting here shivering. Cold as fuck. In the wet ass grass. Hey, what are you doing? Stop shivering. Come on. Come on. Okay, YouTube. So amidst this whole COVID-19 thing, I can only do so much as far as, driving around and shit. So we're in the Bay Area. I'm like locked down as far as going really anywhere. It's not crazy bad, but there's talk that it might get bad as far as like just a full lockdown real soon. So I at least wanted to have the cars buttoned up, and I finally fixed the power steering issue. So if anybody else runs into a power steering leak from that bullshit ass fitting right there when you're doing an external reservoir, just pull the trigger and buy the PHR fitting. You can see it right there. I had to get it. I didn't want to. It was like $65. It fucking hurt to buy, but it's double O-ringed and the pump's not leaking anymore, and it's a good product, I guess. It's like they're cornering the market. They're charging whatever they want. They know they got the super guys by the balls. So yeah, that's good. Car's not leaking anymore. Things are sealed up, and now I can bring this over to David's and get him to weld the intercooler piping together and mount the intercooler, throw in the exhaust flex section, and be good to go. I also had this bad boy come in today, so my dog could hopefully enjoy my car again, because you guys know he hates the straight pipe. So I just went and got another HKS high power 3-inch inlet
And yeah, it's like $199 or whatever. I wish this tip, I wish it was like the length of the Carbon TI, where it like would come out to here, because it would stick out past the fender better, because this canister is huge. But what are you gonna do? So I'll just have that. I'll have either him or Scott take me up a mount and do a little 2-bolt flange so I can swap out the straight pipe and that. Amidst all this COVID-19 shit, there's just not much we can do. So this thing broke down. I'm still waiting on that flex plate from Scott Tremelling. He runs Nixon Transmissions out of Jackson, and I guess he's like the go-to guy for anything Dodge or built transmissions for like anybody. So I'm gonna pull the pan when that comes in, drop this, get this thing running. Hopefully it's just the actuator plate. If not, then we're looking at like a $4,000 built trans. Hopefully, maybe I can work out some video work with him and do something. Who knows? Anyways, that's not even the big reason what I'm talking about right now. This car is good to go now. Power steering pumps leak stopped. So far the coolant leak is stopped, and everything else seems pretty much buttoned up. Just got to get it welded and shit. And the exhaust on. This COVID-19 thing though is kind of like putting a dampener on everybody in California and the Bay Area. So I don't know where you guys are all from. I know a lot of people are from Florida, where like nobody gives a fuck and everybody's doing whatever they want. Well, that's like not the case out here. We're all kind of, every like store you would think of is closed down. There's nowhere to shop. Like today, the only place I can go to shop at was this knife and tactical place, Perry's Knife and Tactical in Concord. So that's really all I could do. Beyond that, you can go to the grocery store and that's really it. Everything else is closed down. All my buddies' restaurants, all their shit's like takeout only, or they fully close their doors. It just sucks. So a lot of like the small business stuff is kind of like going under, which fucking blows. You can bet your ass that I'm out of work. Like everybody that I film for, all their businesses are closed, so that puts me out of work indirectly. But I'm still cutting hair, so whoever wants to come through the studio, come get a cut. We're fucking running prohibition cuts now, because they said all barbers and salons need to shut down as well. So whatever, running under the radar. I don't give a fuck. Come through. There's not one thing I do that's legal, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, we're kind of just stuck here for the next 3 weeks till April 7th, but I don't even think that that's going to happen, or like I don't even think that that's going to be the end of it. I think that that's going to let them reassess what to do going forward, but I think that it's just going to be extended. I don't know if I'll have any videos coming up in a little bit. Maybe. I'm supposed to be able to get everything moving, and depending on if we do have a lockdown, I don't know if I'm going to be here at my girlfriend's. So from there, I won't be able to finish the drift car for a little while. But if there's not a lockdown, that's my next goal. I'm going to throw the coilovers on there. I'm going to get mostly everything else buttoned up. Maybe I can get the motor and trans together. And yeah. All right, I should have pulled the big camera out a lot earlier, but we were both doing something. So Dan came through, got a haircut, and helped me out with this fucking nightmare. Absolute nightmare of a fucking job. If you own a 1JZ and it's non-VVTi, put it on an engine stands and roll it down your fucking driveway. You don't need it. Just get a VVTi. Fuck the whole interference, non-interference stuff. Just get a VVTi. Okay, so you can already see what happened. The twins are off. Okay? Manifold's there. There's some silicone that's been cut because Nico happened. Some bolts were broken off because Nico also happened. Some flanges and gaskets were ripped, and however, nobody was bleeding today. Thank God.
Pretty good.
Yeah. No, we're chilling right now. This side's good too. But there we go. So here's the fucking dilemma here. I didn't even want to do this. I fucking have been like swearing against this for months. Whoever cock-blocked me when they fucking broke off, and I'm saying the F word so much because this just sucks. When they broke off these 3 exhaust studs, we got one out, and we tried to get the last 2. We couldn't. So whoever did this, you are the cause of this entire fucking day and pain in my life and money I'll have to spend. I wanted to change out this Y pipe. You can't change out the Y pipe on the car, on the motor, nothing. Don't even fucking think about it. Because these studs are facing this way, so you can't jiggle it out. And you can't pull the turbo off the exhaust manifold because the turbos are bolted in with studs. Which way is it? Oh, it's facing that way. Okay, so the turbos are bolted in with studs right here. That way. So for you to pull this off this way, these studs couldn't be here. Like, there's just nothing you can fucking do. And the fix is to be able to install this really sexy white pipe from DNA Motoring, that comes with gaskets and a nice fucking sexy exhaust. $245. No, $260 shipped. Yeah, great part. And it would work if somebody didn't fuck me. And now that everything's off, I'm just going to go single turbo because I'm not no bitch.
3 hours later, we're going single turbo. All right.
Yeah. The other thing, this motor was built in 1965 when Toyota started, and they used flanges and gaskets for everything. And who the fuck knows why this motor was at the bottom of the ocean and seized all these bolts into the head. But when we pulled out the manifold bolts, not only did the fucking nuts only come off 2, the studs came off of 10. So the whole entire studs came out of the fucking head. Now, this is not my fault. This is just a motor, again, from
the 60s.
Yeah, exactly. That should not have happened. Let's see if I can do this while looking at the... There we go. Nope, that didn't work.
Yeah, they're coming up.
But yeah, these are our quarantine projects. This is what we're doing. Cutting hair and fucking doing 1J turbos. God damn it, I hate this shit. I probably should fully check compression before I buy a single turbo and really make sure it's actually a good motor. Because I'd be fucking pissed if it wasn't.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
I know. So many things have happened negatively towards my car luck. So yeah, watch at the end of this video, the motor's just gonna fall. The fucking thing breaks off.
Next video,
yeah.
you're like, all right, guys,
yeah. I'm done with cars. That's it. Ooh, check out this fucking nighttime sunset though we got here. Look at this shit. Fucking Mount Diablo that way. Bitchin' view. Not bad. Alright, dudes. See you later. Okay, wait, we're back. I lied about the whole exiting, so he has a good point. So, what I've been saying for the last, I don't know how many years, I want an FCRX7. He knows that. We all know that. I'm a bitch because I haven't bought one yet. My girlfriend will kill me if I buy a 4th car, so fuck you guys. Just wait. So, here's the flip side to this. So, we know that I was just going to throw this in the IS, probably do a few drift events, raffle it off, right? I could do that, not knowing the condition of the motor, the turbo, or whatever. But now, since, like he just said, well, what did you just say?
It would make you guys more comfortable knowing that this motor is basically ready to go. You don't have to touch anything. You literally got all gaskets good, running strong, and knowing that you could buy a car ready to drift. I mean, you can't get any better than that, really.
No, there it is. He fucking said it. If I refresh everything now, you can see this gasket's leaking right here. There's oil everywhere. If I refresh the valve cover gaskets, did new studs, threw a single turbo on there, had it running, no leaks, oil drain was done, coolant passages blocked off. If I actually took some time, put it in this motor, and then sold it, it would actually reap a little bit more of a profit or a better raffle confidence to you guys. So, yeah. Guess mine as well. Fuck it. Whatever. Let's do it.
Nothing too crazy, just a simple maintenance.
Yeah.
Something that you would normally do if you were to buy 1J from any importer, really. You know, you would want this. You would absolutely need to do this in the long run. So
that's what I'm thinking. The guy that had it before me, I'm thinking he didn't even fucking touch this motor. I'm thinking this just came straight from Japan after the engine importer or before the engine importer. So
it was one of those bills that you want to just buy, slap it in, and just kind of run it, and just kind of wait till something goes wrong. And once that happens, then this is what you would want to do. But we're doing that shit for you, so.
1JZ non-VVTI. Oof, look at all the rust there. Jesus. Well, guess I have to clean those too. Ooh.
Fresh repaint.
Need bolts on that power steering pulley, or the alternator, the water pump pulley. Yeah, we're gonna have to see what the fucking deal is with the wiring harness. But all right, it's getting refreshed. That's it. Again, bye.